Hi, I'm Tom Matzek from Austria. I'm deputy head of the ORF Natural History program Universum, which was established 26 years ago. I'm managing the program, I'm doing the scheduling, I'm responsible for staff and budget, and I'm also be some sort of executive producer for several programs I'm especially interested in. We also within our strand manage 40 hours history slot weekly at nights. Our main goal is to have and provide program for our primetime show at Tuesday 8:15. It's a very successful program. The market share is around 22%, which means in Austria 600,000 viewers in the average. But with special programs like the highlights of the BBC series Africa or Frozen Planet, we reach 25%. Also with our own production on Austrian nature wildlife. What we try is to keep a very high quality that is possible, together with established partners like NDR-Naturfilm or Arte, and overseas partners like Nat Geo Wild, for example, or others. Of course, our goal is to support Austrian producers, Austrian creative talents, and Austrian cinematographers. In the past, they have won several prizes for cinematography, like Michi Schlamberger for the Zambesi two-parter series. Also Klaus Feichtenberger as a director for Radioactive Wolves. He won last time in 2011 Jackson Hole. We are a smaller player in the international field, but we try to compete on our possible scale. Let's say we're doing 20 hours, we're commissioning 20 hours of programs, most of them as leading producer and some of them as junior co-producer, for example with NDR and also with the BBC. We believe in high quality nature wildlife programs, not only because it's successful, but it has a potential for development. So I think if we focus on animal behavior, if we focus on storytelling, on careful showing of things, reporting things of reality, I think we can succeed also in the next decades against all odds and against all trends in the Western world. The Austrian audience is very conservative, so if you once have an established brand, they stick to it, but of course it gives you a certain limit that you have only a small range of program you can do. I think it's not only the landmark series that are successful, but also intelligent films like Radioactive Wolves that deal with a very complex topic about animals in the area of Chernobyl. It includes science elements, so it's not a typical wildlife show, but it's a very interesting program. So we believe that strong stories will always make their way.
Tom, how many hours a year do you commission?
We commission around 20 hours a year.
And acquisitions?
And so is commissioning the same as scheduling?
Yeah, well, you define them as you want.
So I thought commission means if you are in as a producer.
Yeah.
So to give you an overview about our yearly program, we schedule about 40 hours. Within these 40 hours, there are about between 10 and 15 hours where the leading co-producers, 5 to 10 hours where we are teaming up with Arte, NDR or others, or the BBC, and the rest will be 20 hours of acquisitions with the big landmark series of the BBC or Natural World programs, several programs of big providers like Off the Fence or Nat Geo, and the rest will be repeats from other years. I think repeats are there for economic reasons, but also people like to see successful shows again. So I'll give you an example that An international example would be the BBC series Unknown China, that was more successful with the repeats than with the first show, and also a co-production we did with NDR about Hungary. It was much more successful in terms of market share than in the first show. So I think we have a lifetime period of program from minimum 2 up to 5 years if it's a successful Austrian topic.
And just a final question, you're at Wild Talk Africa. Have you got out of this market what you wanted?
Yes, I think the idea of teaming up with local producers that are very experienced in Southern Africa. I mean, it's not only about the regions in South Africa, but also up to the equator. They have a lot of experience that we can make use of, and I think it's worth to cooperate, because their teams can stay out in the field much longer and get these animal behavior footage we are needing. And we are, over the decades, experienced in raising funds and financing a project. And of course, we have a good relationship to South African producers on eye level, so I enjoy it very much to be here.
All right, thanks a lot, Tom.